DWNProductions.net. Masks, busts, props, custom work. If you need something custom made, maybe something sculpted, molded, and painted, hit me up. DWNProductions.net. Fast custom shirts, hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs, all reasonably priced. If you're looking for a custom shirt for your movie, band, or family reunion, hit up fastcustomshirts.com. Oh, well guys, it's just me. Joe wanted to be here, he's a big Deadpool fan, and some people call him Joe Pool. Unfortunately, if sometimes there's things that you shouldn't stick in certain places because they break off, and then you gotta have surgery to remove those broken off pieces. Get well soon, Joe. Thoughts and prayers. So the wife and I went to the old movie theater. I don't think I went since Godzilla Kong. Which one was better? We'll find out. Oh, let me start off by saying, I like Deadpool. I think I got 50 or so comics, couple figures, an original piece of comic art from the Bong Dazzle run. Not the biggest fan, but you know, probably a little bigger than most of the people who would go see these movies. Not in girth. I am a big fat guy, but there were a lot of big fat guys in the theater today. Surprise, surprise. All right. So you know where this review's going. If I gotta start out, oh well, I think I like Deadpool. I seen the other two movies in theaters. Pretty sure I have them on Blu-ray. I don't know. I'm not even sure why I watched them. Those movies don't really have a lot of replay value. Anyways, this one, Deadpool Wolverine. Uh, no, they're marketing it as an MCU movie, and I guess it is, but it's really just like a farewell to all the Fox bullshit, which I don't care about. I specifically remember going to see the first X-Men movie with my mom, stepdad, and one of my buddies. And, I was younger. This was before I could drive for sure if they took us. But yeah, I remember walking out of there and be like, oh, well, that fucking sucked a dick. So I never really cared for any of the Fox X-Men stuff. Beast was cool with the makeup when Kelsey Grammer played him. That was cool, I guess, because of the makeup and shit. But I think I liked one of the First Class movies, but it was the First Class movie, so who gives a fuck? Uh, Out of all that shit, I think Punisher Warzone would be the only movie that I really like. I guess the other two Deadpool movies, but used to like Blade 2, rewatched that a year or two ago. I don't really care for any of the Blade movies. Make mine sticky fingers. That's what I say. But yeah, let's talk about this one. The story, Deadpool's universe, the Fox MCU, whatever. That's gonna be deleted because it sucks. Always has, always will. So Deadpool has to go out and find a Wolverine to, help him save his universe because the one in his universe died in Logan. And after that, it's just a bunch of cameos. Hey, you remember that guy? You remember this guy? Well, it's going to say spoiler review or whatever. So, what's his nuts? Chris Evans shows up as Human Torch. Channing Tatum shows up at Gambit. His face was a little too big for me to buy his Gambit. It just looked weird in the cowl. Speaking of weird looking faces, Wolverine looked weird as fuck when he wore the mask, and Deadpool's face looked like a sculpture. I know it was, but like the brows were so distracting because it just looked like a sculpture and it was like always ruffled right there. Because it is a sculpture. I don't know if somebody who doesn't do what I do would notice that. Hopefully not, but the whole movie that was a distraction. Uh Blade shows up. He looks old as shit. Looks like he has AIDS or something. Hope not. Who else? Elektra shows up. There's a line like, "Oh yeah, Punisher, Daredevil, and some other guy were already." Oh yeah, Johnny Storm was killed. Spoiler alert: Johnny Storm dies. It's just a bunch of fan service, really, man. It's pretty much like that Spider-Man movie that came out 2 or so years ago, whatever. Hey, you remember that? It's the thing from the thing. That's I like Spider-Man a lot more than I do Deadpool, and that didn't work for me. The only thing in here that I kind of got a all right out of was a reference to what was it, McFarlane cover 340 of Hulk, where Wolverine has Hulk in his claws. But it was Green Hulk in the movie. It was Gray Hulk in the comic. Ooh, but that's just a nitpick. I know. Yeah, it's just it really wasn't for me. I need something more out of my movies these days than just, "Ooh, it's that, and do you remember this?" And that's all this was really. Um, yeah, a real lot of who gives a shit. I was bored and got got pretty sleepy. I know a lot of people are gonna love it, especially the MCU fans and all that, because their audience is, "Oh, we love nostalgia, and it's the thing from the thing." I don't know. Maybe if they had the actual thing in here, Ben Grimm probably would have liked it, but probably not, because the Tim Story Fantastic Four movies fucking sucked. Like I said, the only thing out of the Sony shit that I really actually like is Punisher Warzone. And if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's pretty fucking cool. Uh yeah, and the violence in here, you're gonna hear a lot of people say, "Oh, this is a violent, gory movie." When it's all cartoon blood and shit, is it? I mean, technically, yes, but when it looks all fake and bullshit, what I don't know. Again, me doing what I do, that's just another thing that sticks out to me. But yeah, all in all, this is probably my least favorite of the three. It's fine. It's a fine MCU movie. Like I said, the people who are gonna love it or wanna love it, they're gonna love it. To each their own. Terrific. Just wasn't for me. So yeah, that's really about it. I'm gonna go set myself on fire now. I don't know. If you liked whatever the fuck this is, come back on Sunday nights where we do the podcast live. Do it with erotic. The guy from Fast Custom Shirts, Joe. We talk about the movies we watched during the week. Think we got it doesn't matter. Who knows when you're going to be listening to this or if the podcast is still going. We could be hit by fucking buses and that would be it. There would be no more videos. So, hey, safe travels through life. Boy, God.